My name is Carol Miller. My friends and viewers call me Carol. I work as a physician at a general hospital, and I am 40 years old. I have a younger sister named Karen, who is 10 years younger than me. Karen is a cute girl who loves small animals, but she took my fiancé and got married to him before I could. I was very shocked, so I have been estranged from Karen ever since. I moved away from my hometown to a distant place because I never wanted to see her face again. But I accidentally ran into Karen again. Long time no see, sis. I wonder how many years it's been since we last talked on WhatsApp. You became estranged when we got married, so it's been 10 years, right? Wait, you're my sister Karen? Yes, it's me, Karen. Oh, you deleted my contact information? I guess I can't blame you after what happened. You've been winning all your life, and it's the only blemish in your life. You had your fiancé taken away by me, after all. Are you trying to pick a fight with me after all these years? I'm scared. Don't say that. I just stated the facts. So what do you want? I don't have much time since it's my lunch break. I saw someone who looked like you today. When a patient called your name, it was the same as yours. Where did you see me? It was at the general hospital in K-Town, right? You were living in our hometown after you got married, so why are you here when you moved away? It really was you, big sis. Edward got laid off and came back to his hometown. It's really the worst. Edward can't work at all. Edward is just clumsy. You thought about marrying him, didn't you? If he wasn't your fiancé, I definitely wouldn't have married him. What do you mean? You liked Edward, didn't you? Of course not. Yeah, he tried his hardest to do stuff for me, but let's face it, he's a dull guy who just can't seem to get it right. I just wanted to take your fiancé away from you, so I made a strong move. Well, I got it wrong. Didn't you realize it either? Even though you're smart, you're completely clueless about love. In the end, Edward chose you. I guess it couldn't be helped. That's right. He chose me, not you. Aren't you 40 years old now? You're still working crazy hard at that age. Men like women who are a little bit weaker. Strong women like you aren't very well liked. That's true. You and I have opposite personalities. That's why you lost Edward to me. But when I took Edward away from you, I felt the happiest I've ever felt in my life. You've always been good at studying and liked by our parents and people around you, so I was able to take someone important from you. So it's not so much about targeting Edward as it was about targeting me? That's right, because the man who chose you chose me instead. That means I'm a better woman, right? It was really great to feel superior. I wish I could feel that sense of superiority again. Don't you have a boyfriend now, sis? I don't have a boyfriend. Isn't it bad to be 40 and have no boyfriend? No wonder Edward chose me. If I had a boyfriend, would you take him away from me? I've had enough of Edward lately. And when I saw you again, I thought I could use some excitement in my life. Are you saying you want to cheat? Just cherish Edward and don't think about stupid things like wanting to feel superior. That may be a stupid thing for you, but it's important to me. Even now, it really annoys me that you're trying to condescendingly lecture me. I didn't mean it like that. It's annoying, even if it's unintentional. Don't give me advice, you loser. Calm down, Karen. I fell down the stairs during my move and broke a bone, so I'll be hospitalized for 2 months. I'm your younger sister, so please take care of me from now on. You loser. I wanted to respond to the WhatsApp message, but my lunch break ended, and the message was interrupted. Karen continued to call and message me, but I was busy and couldn't reply. When I finally had time to check my phone, I saw that I had 100 missed calls and 300 unread messages on WhatsApp, which was terrifying. Are you ignoring me again? Karen, please stop it already. I've been getting a lot of calls and messages from you. I was worried that something had happened, but it turned out that it was nothing important. But I'm bored here in the hospital, and I have nothing to do. You need to rest and take it easy while you're in the hospital. And by the way, I saw Edward the other day. He's been coming to visit you every day. You met Edward? What did you talk about? He apologized for what happened 10 years ago, but we only talked for 5 minutes. That's all we talked about. Okay. He's been coming to see you every day, and that's a sign that he cares about you. He's also got a job now. Well, finding a job is something that everyone has to do. I don't want to work. And even though he comes to see me every day, it's still boring because we don't have much to talk about. Why don't you come visit me instead? I've been busy lately, so I haven't had the chance to visit you. But I did go to your room the other day, and you weren't there. Oh, is that the day before yesterday? Yeah, I think it was like 3 p.m. or something. By the way, there's a VIP room in this hospital, right? There is, but what does it matter? That place is where rich people and celebrities come, right? I also want to go there. You want to go there, right? What about Edward? That's why I said it's boring. Hey, if you want, I can pay you back now. You can't pay me back since Edward isn't a thing anymore. He said he cares about you. I want more excitement than just ordinary happiness. If I stay with Edward like this, I'll become more and more like an ordinary middle-aged woman. A tired old woman, like you. It's not a bad thing to age. Besides, you're still not 30 years old, right? I'm already 30. I have wrinkles and freckles. My belly is getting fatter, and I want to go to the beauty salons, but I don't have the money. I want to marry a rich man, so I want to move to the VIP room. You know, it's not easy to get into the VIP room, and the security is strict, so it's not that simple. If I can get into the VIP room, I'll figure out the rest. Aren't you a doctor at this hospital? I'm your younger sister, so it should be easy enough. You can't do that kind of thing. Even if you can't, please do it for me. Just ask the hospital director or something. I can't do that just because you're a doctor's relative. Besides, it costs a considerable amount of money. Can Edward, who just started a new job, afford it? And the reason you want to move is to fool around with men? What's wrong with that? You're 40 years old and still don't have a boyfriend. I don't want to hear that from you. You're a loser of a woman. What are you trying to say? If you're a female doctor at this hospital at 40 years old, you must have a decent position. You may be good at your job, but you have a past where you had your fiancé taken by your younger sister. I wonder what would happen if people around you found out about it. If we go to the VIP room, I won't tell anyone. Even if we manage to get into the VIP room, what about the cost? I think it will be more than you imagine. You can pay for it. It's a small amount for me to keep quiet. You're a single doctor, so you must have some savings. If we get into the VIP room, I want to stay in the hospital for about a year. So, I'll be waiting for your answer. Karen asked me to pay the VIP room fee as hush money, and it made her look like a demon to me, not a younger sister. I've had patients who have expressed their requests in the past, but Karen is the first to be so terribly selfish. I'm sure Karen will continue to make unreasonable demands of me in the future, so I need to be very clear about this. I had been hiding the truth from Karen, but I decided to tell her the facts. Hey sis, is the VIP room available? I'm tired of hospital food, so can you buy some cake from the bakery in front of the hospital? That bakery is always crowded, and you have to wait for an hour to buy a cake. That's why you have to go and wait in line. I can't go there by myself. That bakery is only open during work hours, so I can't go there. If you can't transfer me to the VIP room, it's because you're not doing enough, right? Then, as an apology, buy some cake from there. I told the nurses, but no one bought it for me. I asked the nurses, and they said that you call them every 10 minutes to buy something, help with your makeup, or even just to get a tissue that's right in front of you. But I'm bored. If you move me to the VIP room, I won't be so demanding. So please, for the sake of the nurses, move me. I can't move you, so forget about the VIP room. And those kinds of nurse calls are annoying, so stop it, okay? Then why don't you listen to me, sis? Just do what I tell you to do. If you're a doctor, you should take care of me in every way. What do you think nurses and doctors are? I think they're slaves to the hospitalized patients. Even though you were smart, you chose to become a slave. I became a doctor because I wanted to relieve patients' suffering as much as possible. I want to respond to the patient's requests as much as possible, but I can't accept this selfishness. Well, I'm your sister, so you should accept my selfishness too. We're family, right? And when I get hospitalized again, I'll come here, and you'll examine me for free, right? This time it may be okay, since it was an injury, but there are many hospitalized people whose lives are at risk, so don't just say you want to be hospitalized so easily. What? Are you lecturing me? While you're calling nurses and me, there are people actually suffering and calling for nurse assistance. I want you to understand that. Ugh. Even though you're a loser, you act like you're a doctor all of a sudden. It's hilarious that my estranged older sister is working as a doctor in this hospital. If you don't want your loser past exposed, then you better give me some special treatment. You are being discharged under the orders of the hospital director. What? The director? I am the director of this hospital. What? But aren't you only 40 years old? How can you be the director? Have you gone crazy because of what I said to you earlier? My father-in-law was the director of this hospital, but I have been the director since the other day. Wait, father-in-law? I got married last year. Married? But I didn't know you had a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I have a husband. What's that? I didn't know you got married. We had been estranged, so there was no reason for me to tell you. But if you got married, your last name would have changed, right? But your last name is still the same. I have been working at this hospital for a long time since I was single, so I still use my maiden name at work. What's your husband like? He's a lawyer. That's why I ended up succeeding my father-in-law. So, you're really the director then? If that's the case, you better move me to the VIP room. As the hospital director, I cannot allow any further disruption to the staff's duties. I want to be even stricter with my family members. That's so cruel. I've already contacted your attending physician, and Edward, so someone should be coming to pick you up soon. You're getting discharged a week earlier than planned, but you'll be okay if you rest at home. No way. I haven't even been moved to the VIP room yet. As the hospital director, I can't allow you to be moved to the VIP room. I'll tell everyone about what you're doing to me. Are you threatening me? Then I'll fight. That's going too far. It's just a sisterly argument. If you're threatening my position, then I'll fight back with my husband's help. Sis, I'm just kidding. But I really don't want to be discharged yet. Sis, please talk to the head doctor. I have a surgery to attend now, so see you later. Wait, sis, please just listen to me. It seems that my younger sister was persuaded by Edward and reluctantly left the hospital. She insisted on staying in the VIP room until the very end. Even Edward, who had been patient until then, finally snapped and left with divorce papers. It seems that Edward found a job that suited him well and is now earning a better salary than his previous company. Karen's foot had healed, but there was a problem, and so she contacted me. 1 month later. Big sis, I apologize for everything that's happened up until now. I need you to pick up the phone. I'm still in the hospital. I'm sorry for calling you when you're busy. I've been saying terrible things about you, like calling you a loser, and I'm really sorry. I was just jealous of you. Why are you suddenly apologizing now? Edward left the house, and I'm struggling to make ends meet. You said life is hard, but your leg is healed, right? If you need money, there are jobs you can do at home, right? I haven't worked since I got married. It's not that you can't work, it's that you don't want to, right? But I've been a housewife all this time, and Edward does the housework. If you suddenly tell me to work, just doing the housework is already a struggle for me. Still, we have to work hard to stay alive. You're a doctor, sis, and your husband's a lawyer, right? You have money, so why not help your little sister a little? So, that's what it is after all. You said you wanted to apologize to me, but you just wanted me to help you financially. What's wrong with that? Besides, Dad got sick, and we have to take care of him. Mom also has a bad back and can't take care of him. Can you at least pay for their caregiving expenses? I'm actually estranged from both of our parents. Huh? When I broke off my engagement with Edward, I thought about suing you, but you and everyone else begged me to drop it. I'm still really bitter about it. That's all in the past. Please, forgive me. Just because it's in the past doesn't mean everything is forgiven. I just can't let it go like that. You're the only person I can rely on. We're a family. Let's work together. Could you please not use the word family only when it's convenient for you? If we were really family, I don't think I would get hurt like this. I wanted someone to comfort me when I was hurting. My husband's family is warm and embraces me. Even if we're not related by blood, my husband's family is my family. If you won't give me any money, then I'll just steal your husband again. Is stealing other people's things the only thing you can think of? Also, you can't steal my husband, okay? Who? Me? Of course not. Sends a photo. Do you remember who this is? Maybe you've forgotten already. Is that Daniel? Yes. You dated Daniel at the same time as Edward. He really resents you, you know. He said he'll never forget what you did. You and I have completely different personalities and looks. So at first, Daniel didn't even realize I was your sister. At that time, I was still a student. I'm sorry, big sis. Can you lend me some money? I can't keep going on like this. I can't live my life with so much frequent contact from you, so I'm going to block you. Blocking is not the solution. I have to work, do household chores, and take care of someone. It's impossible for me. It would have been better if Edward were here. It was my fault for wanting to cheat. I can't get in touch with Edward either. You're probably in touch with him, right? Tell me where he is now. I can't tell you that based on his wishes. Karen, do your best from now on. See you later. Wait, big sister! Don't abandon us. I've done terrible things to you up until now. I'm sorry. I won't ever destroy your happiness again. I'm so sorry for what I did to Edward, too. I apologize. Please help me. Karen looked for work-at-home jobs while doing housework that she couldn't get away from. She also took care of her father while having fights with him. However, because her income was so low, she put her family home up for sale and now lives in a small house with everyone. As for me, I found out I was pregnant, and my husband and his parents are eagerly looking forward to the birth of a new family member. I want to continue fostering the kind of household with my in-laws, where we accept each other as we are and show compassion.